What's good, good people, man? Oh, man, it's been a minute. Welcome back. The Dragon's Den is back in the building. I see my peoples already in the chat. Y'all getting it lit. Listen, man, share this out. If you brand new here, hit that like and subscribe, man. It is so amazing to be back. I just was telling my super team that I was in the barbershop getting a haircut. And I couldn't wait to get home to set up for this podcast. I had to clean my desk area. It's been about, listen, let me tell you. January, I took multiple vacations. And in the summertime, I mentor some guys at the young guys at the basketball tournaments. That's why the Saturdays I really kind of every July take off. And when dudes go back overseas or they go back to college, basketball tournaments usually die down in, towards August. But for those that don't know, man, your boy out here 2 days before we was going to start up in August, I broke my damn leg. That's been the problem. But ain't nothing going to stop me. I even had an electrical problem today. I had to get my man, shout out to Jose who came through in crunch time because I could have had an electrical fire in here. And I said, yo, PK, man, you're super. This is real. I said, did I do something to somebody? Do somebody got some little doll of me somewhere poking it with pins? Because I was like, I refuse to not have my podcast, and because I wouldn't have had no lights in my studio, man. So I said, damn. But it's good to see everybody here. Shout out to my two brothers. We don't get into the intro, but before we start there, I have to give a shout out to my GUG member, man. I didn't want you on Twitter, didn't hit you on Twitter. I wanted to do a live. Shout out to Mike Mullis, man. Shout out to my guy because that dude is absolutely an amazing individual who supports. Go look at him on that NLG show over there, him and Fast and the rest of the team. They're an awesome set of guys, man. I hope you having a great weekend. You probably out there doing your scout setting fires in the forest. I know how, or stick fishing or something you doing, because he always out there camping with the kids. Him and his kid is always camping. That's crazy. If Walking Dead ever really happens, you the first person I'm looking for to help out. That's a fact. But look, man, shout out to my awesome panel. Let me shout out Akuma before we get started. She's at PAX West, putting in that work. First time with that media badge. That's what I'm talking about, Akuma. Get out there, put that work in. You and my man Bloody. And shout out to my man Little Dragon out there with Bloody. You got to tell Bloody, don't be putting pictures of you when you in vulnerable moments. He got you in the back of the car asleep with your mouth wide open. I was like, yo, that's disrespectful. And you put it on Twitter for everybody to see this dude, see if he had cavities, barnacles, something going on in the back of his mouth. But you know what? Little Baby Dragon, don't go for that, man. Don't go for that, man. I'll see you at E3 next year. Now, with that being said, let me introduce my man, my mellow, a.k.a. Gin and Juice, a.k.a. Baby Ice Cube, a.k.a. the underweight lover in the house, my man, PK. PK, what's good with you? How you been, brother?
Hey, what's happening? Hey, what's up, everyone in the chat, everyone watching? Hey, thanks for coming back. We are here. We got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. I appreciate the intro. We here. We got enough people to carry the show. So even though we light, we're still heavy on conversation. So let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. And man, this man, it's an understatement to say how much work this guy brings to the anime level, the content that he puts out. Yo, he put out more videos than y'all probably got family members. AKA, we call Mr. Super G the driver. Shout out to my brother, the little brother from another mother, my man, Super G. Good to have you back, brother. Good to see you. How you been? How you doing?
I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back, bro. I'm hyped, dude. It's been a few minutes since we haven't had a show, so I'm excited to get back into it. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And you know,
but I am glad you're doing better, though. You know, so
yo, listen, man. Listen.
Health first.
They tried to stop us today, but you know what? The gaming god said, no, we gotta have this. And y'all know who I am, the host with your most, it's your boy Lemetius, aka Right Hand of Zeus, and we are back with another episode number 60. And you know something? I didn't even put the number in the thumbnail, but I don't care. We are here. We about to drop these topics, and we about to get into the first one, man. The first one is Sony is officially stepping into the portable game. They bought a company named Savage Studios, and they're going out there. I think this was a good step forward for them. It looked like they said they was going to bring AAA titles, new IPs. For with that being said, let me go to my man PK. What did you think about this? Do you think they're gonna bring titles like the God of Wars on a smaller level, a Last of Us type game, or what you think they're gonna do with this? Because this is the direction that's brand new for them. So talk to me. What you think?
So I don't think development for any kind of media, if anything, they kind of want a real rival to like a Game Pass component. Because Sony Remote Play is just below average, if you ask me, and then so they definitely can stand to have a little more. It's plus it's rumored they're gonna do their own launcher on PC, so I'm pretty much speculating that they're gonna just A1 copy the Microsoft blueprint so that they can have a successful Game Pass ish type of experience. So um, right now they're still behind the curve, but they did buy a company that does PC ports, so that's helping them get more into the PC game. And buying a mobile developer helps them get into standardizing their mobile presence. I mean, I don't think they're going to make games for mobile. I don't see that being a thing. I think it's more like
Megatron
how
in the
can we
building
lock it to a
108 Dragons TV
PlayStation?
welcomes you, brother.
Not necessarily a mobile, because that's their mentality is PlayStation only. They're not thinking about anything outside of that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, Super G, man, what did you think? Do you think Sony's gonna really go into this realm and try to get like the Mario runs of the world, do what Pokemon did to set these barriers and numbers? Because those games did great numbers and made some fantastic revenue. So do you think Sony's gonna bring that same type of heat and enthusiasm to the market with those games, with the games
I
they
didn't
might bring?
I didn't think about that until you mentioned it, but they could, imagine doing like Uncharted, but like Temple Run style, like something like that. But I kind of agree with PK. I don't think they're gonna go full like into trying to produce like AAA level games on mobile. But I do see them using this company to help them with like gaming controls for when they do have their cloud gaming. Like so like actually playing with Kratos, like the buttons on the screen on a mobile phone or something. Like I see them fleshing that out and making that much accessible for them because they don't have any shit, any idea what they're getting themselves into. They don't have an infrastructure in that's already in place that's going to help them port their games like that to a phone. So that's the only thing I can think of. But outside of that, Savage hasn't done anything. They've only existed since 2020. They haven't put out a game. They haven't put
That
out
was good. You
anything.
pointed that
So
out earlier. Facts.
yeah, we don't know what the hell Savage is going to bring to the table. It's not like they acquired a known like company that make mobile games, So it's hard to say. But we do know Sony is now trying to dabble within that realm. So I guess we could take that from it.
Okay. Okay. That's a fact. Well, it's good to see more people getting access to games. We know how large the mobile market is, especially in South Korea and China. China gets so pissed off as a dictatorship that they are that they limit the kids and people the amount of time spent on their phones after a certain playtime, which I think is
Yeah,
crazy.
which is
But
crazy.
I thought that was
Yeah,
crazy, but
that's wild.
that shows you how big mobile gaming is, man. I mean, you got tons of people playing Candy Crush and games of that nature.
For sure,
Um,
for sure.
so it's definitely a market they could tap into. I would like to see them have some success. Keep it up because they could definitely use the paper. You know what I'm saying? Bringing in different avenues of revenue. So it's a good aspect. And we'll see what this company's going to do, man. We'll see what Savage is going to do. So we're going to move on from there, man. I want to hop into one of the main topics today, man. We're gonna talk about this price hike in Japan's uh basically rebelling. I'm gonna go back to PK because he had a point while we was off camera or offline that I didn't even look at. So PK, tell the people what you was talking about earlier in terms of what the Sony price hike in Japan really means, because right now they're pissed. Japan is livid about this price hike. So give them that perspective because I thought that was amazing what you was talking about. So go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So first we should acknowledge this is something that I don't think none of us has ever seen happen is a console that's not even new, like, you know, has been out for 2 years, all of a sudden rise its prices.
Yeah,
So that
yo,
is a
listen, I've
shock
been
to
through
the
every
system.
console generation. Only time I've seen that is with scalpers. Like, I've
I
never seen
mean,
a company
we've
raise the
seen
price.
consoles be expensive though,
Yeah, we've seen them expensive, but we ain't never seen
and
a
I know a
price
lot of
hike.
I know a lot of people think the PlayStation 3 was the most expensive console, but it wasn't. Okay, you got 3DOs,
Neo
you
Geo.
got all kinds of Neo Geos, you got all kinds of consoles that are expensive, but we never seen one launch and then all of a sudden alter its price, especially in the life cycle after 2 years of production,
Facts.
because even though it launched in 2020, they had this already priced in production prior to release. So
Facts.
that means, you know, I don't know exactly what can happen. It could be because of inflation. It could be because parts. It's not like parts are hard to find anymore. It's more like maybe it's more expensive for them. And instead of them absorbing it, they just passing the cost to the customers. That's the way I view it. I don't know that for a fact, but hey, that's the way I view it. But with that being said, yes, the price hike, and I know a lot of us think that it's not going to affect us, but that has also altered as well. The price hike is going to go across the board in every single country. Not all at the same time, but it's definitely going to happen.
And what
Um,
about your idea about the Final Fantasy thing and
Yeah,
what they was
that's
banking
what
on?
that's exactly what I'm getting to. So, in Japan and a lot of PlayStation fans, especially in Japan, because they're the biggest. Not to say they're the only, but they largely mainly only play Japanese titles,
Facts. In
and
Japan, they're like a single purchase
you know,
people.
and
Like they'll buy
Jap-
just Final Fantasy or Gran
so
Turismo
so
or
so you'll never
right,
see Japan reject Microsoft's bid on buying Activision Blizzard because they
right. They
don't
don't
play none
care.
of those games.
Yeah, they don't play that. No
So
first person.
they can care less about any of that stuff.
Right.
So Final Fantasy, however, is one of their big deals, and it's
Mm-hmm.
also Square Enix flagship game.
Yes.
So one of the things that was talked about, and they were all over Twitter. They were writing I mean, nonstop, uh, because Final Fantasy 16 is exclusive to PlayStation 5. Now that sounds like normal to most people because they're console players, and they figure, well, it's Final Fantasy. Sony pays to keep it off of any other platform, but that's not the case. They're upset because the price rising, and it's already hard to get the consoles in general, and then the price is going up. Um, so it's making it less. And if that's the only game that's attractive to them to even buy this console, now it looks less attractive, right? I mean, think about this. PlayStation 5 is not selling nowhere near as good as PlayStation 4 in Japan,
Not even close.
which is a shocker.
They got months they're
So
getting beat by the yes.
so so now you're putting another layer of complexity of adding a price hike
Mm.
on, and then you lock down what they're looking for. The only game they may be excited for on the PS5, which is hard to get and it's more expensive, they're demanding a PC release simultaneous. They don't care if it's on Epic, they don't care if it's on Steam, but they want another alternative to play their game. So now they're starting to feel the sting of what it's like for Sony to lock down just on a PlayStation and ignore the rest of the gamers. So it's only hurting the gamers in the end of the day. Now, is there other Final Fantasy fans out there? Of course there is. However, they did not. A lot of people don't see it this way, and they probably did not see this as a big deal. But it
Let
is
me
a
ask
big.
you a question, PK. I don't know the answer to this because I'm gonna buy Final Fantasy 16 on PS5. Is it on PS4 also or no?
Heard it's
No,
only PS5 only.
no, it's
Oh,
only PS5. If it
that's
was, it was
worse.
PS. If it was
Exactly.
Right.
PS4, they wouldn't be so up in arms because they'll just get a
Right.
PS4
Right. Or they
because
might
it's
already
cheaper.
have it.
Right.
Yeah,
But
hundred
the
thousand
reason why
fucking
they're up in
players.
arms
So
is because it's PS5 only. And I'm a Final Fantasy fan, but I'm not sure if I'm on board with 16 like that. 16 doesn't look that appealing. I
108
mean, I'll play
Dragons
it,
TV,
but
welcome Mr. 100 Intro
every
Media
Final
Gaming.
Fantasy didn't make me happy either. So some of them are hit and miss to me.
Mm-hmm.
But they are the number one. Just think about it. Final Fantasy to them is like Call of Duty to the rest of the world.
Yeah, facts.
So when you create barriers that they can't get to their content, oh yes, they're pissed. The rest of us have other stuff to play. That's probably why
they stuck in a lane. They definitely are tunnel vision when it comes to the titles they support.
And I mean, that's a prerogative. I'm just saying, like, that is a big deal. That should speak volumes to Sony's and maybe Sony don't care because they kind of almost gave up on Japan. I mean, they still will take their content just so that, that they feel makes them competitive, but honestly, they prioritize their Western market than anything.
facts.
Facts. All right. Well, that was information. It was a little bit different for me, but that brings in a bigger spectrum. Yo, G, talk about it, man. Before we move on to the next topic, talk about this and tell me what you think.
I just think the price hike suck. Period. Like there's no other way to put it, dude. The price hike suck. Period. Especially in this day and age, money is harder to come by for some folks. It's tough, dude. And then you raise the price, and like you said, it may not just be where it currently is. It may come over to the States. And I see a lot of people like saying like, "Oh, it doesn't matter because it's not happening here." Like people that are in the States, but it does matter, dude. It does.
They change their mind. It is happening.
So and then it may affect other places, not just the console itself, like with the games or whatever else. And like you said with this one and Final Fantasy 16, and it's just wild, bro. It's no telling. Like I know we're gonna talk about the PSVR too, but I think it's gonna affect that later on too. So
let's not hope not, because I'm gonna be hurt because I'm ready to buy it.
I'm telling you, I think it's gonna affect it, bro.
I'm so ready to buy it, man. So all right, so we're gonna stay on Sony PlayStation, man. Is everybody in here Elite Series controller owner? One or two?
Yeah, I got them both.
I got multiple of both.
Okay, all right. I got multiple. Well, I do got multiple of both.
I don't even want to tell you how many freaking controllers I have.
I got
Same.
2 and 2. I got the Halo one, the regular one, then I got the Gears one, and
The
regular
Gears,
one
yeah.
from before. So
I got
so
the
I got
white
4
one.
of them. It's like
The white
400
one.
something thousand. Oh, that's like 500 something. But yeah. So what did y'all think about the PlayStation dual sense new controller, man? The Edge. And I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Then we're gonna go to Super G. I think it's awesome, right? People, some toxic people try to come out there and say, well, what you gonna play that with? God of War? First of all, the biggest game played on PlayStation is Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
So I don't know why y'all trying to throw shade
Mm-hmm.
when technically the biggest game played on PlayStation is not a PlayStation game. It's a shooter. And it's good to see them finally getting a controller with the hairpin triggers, the removable sticks. I mean, that's what they showed at Gamescom, and I was satisfied because I'm gonna pick one up. I'm gonna do a review on it. I'm gonna do an unboxing. But what did you think, G? Do you think what was your idea behind this?
I thought it was awesome, dude.
Right. See, that's my.
I thought it was awesome. I can't wait to get one because I'm gonna get one, but I want to see what else is customizable with it, like the shell, because it's currently white. What they're showing us is a white controller, but I think that the white portion maybe you'll be able to change out, swap what colors like you do with the shell of the PS5. Which, if they do, that's a game changer in itself. But it does everything else pretty much the Elite does, like remapping, deactivating, adjusting the stick sensitivity, adjusting for dead zones. It does absolutely pretty much the same stuff, bro. So you're gonna get your little you're gonna get your profiles where you can set like for each type of game you play. Because like on my Elite, I have different profiles for like. I have a profile just for COD. I have a profile just for Gears. I have a profile for whatever different game I play, and then I have like a normal setting.
Right.
Yeah, and you don't even know how game changing that is for you that you could just switch that up. Because like I have one of my sticks just for me to just roadie run on Gears. I'll just hold the stick down instead of killing the hell out of my A button. Right.
Thing with my Elite controllers.
What?
That one button to press to record that.
Oh, that too, right? You can just
That's what I hope they controller could do, because I
which
hate
is
double
crazy.
tapping that stupid
You
Oh,
don't
I
have
know,
to.
right? Guide
double. Yo,
button,
that thing.
guide button Y or
That
whatever,
thing
guide button
barely.
X, whatever.
Sometimes it takes a snapshot. Sometimes. So I'm like,
Yeah,
if you
so
do that for me, I'm good.
I was completely sold and excited on it until I thought about haptic feedback
Oh, I
and what
turns
that
it
shit
off.
does to
The
the
battery
battery.
life, right?
Okay,
I turns it
yeah.
off. I turns it off.
I like the haptic, bro. I kind of it depends on. I mean, it depends on what I'm playing, I guess. But
I don't
even
want
so,
my
the battery.
triggers to be no harder to pull than
Hey,
necessary. That's why. That's
even
why I like
bro.
hairpin triggers on
Hey,
my
yo,
elites.
hey, but that's what I'm gonna say. So hairpin triggers with the haptic feedback. How does that gonna work, bro? Like
It
whenever
might
you put
not
it to
work
the
well
push.
because I don't like it. I turn it off. I turn that and the mic on the controller.
So that motion control, because the PS5 controller does have motion.
Right.
The built-in mic, like, what is that gonna do for that battery? Like, the battery life on PS5 controller isn't already that great. Face it,
It's
it's
not,
not.
and
So
that's
I was thinking about all these added features on that to this amazing controller, but with that same, if it has the same battery as a PS5 current controller, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna be it, bro. So they need to also put a better battery in there.
well,
But
I
I'll
buy the
wait.
extra battery that plugs on the front every generation.
Mm,
And I
I
got
don't.
30 hours out of my PS5. And I didn't even do a video on it because whatever. If you ain't doing that by now, you ain't been with PlayStation. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I just like,
I don't. Honestly, I don't sit long enough to play one session that long where I need to like switch out my battery.
well, it
Like by the
dies
time I'm
quick,
done,
so you
it
don't
does.
need you don't
But I
need that
mean, I
much.
get as long as I
You
get
don't
like
need
4 hours
that
out of
much.
it. If I can get 4 hours out of it,
You
it's
good.
good, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me shout out to the
I'll do
chat
that.
before I move into PK. Remedy, Bunty, Black from the Dead, aka my man who always helps me with Destiny. We got to pick like 2 days this week to up my level. Shout out to my brother Megatron,
Bubba,
man. Smitty Smith is in the building. Steve Byko. We got my man Axel and Hustle and Motivate. Yo, my camera did not come Friday. Labor Day weekend, it's coming Tuesday. But I'm going to do an unboxing for you, Hustle. You know how I do it. And I got that speed booster, that Viltrox version 3. Shout out to my brother over there from the Iron Lords. You know what I'm saying? Smitty Smith is in the building. Sir X-Men, it was great podcasting with you last night. We had a blast. You got vicious in your old age, my brother. That was crazy. Steve Byko, Scrub Nurse. I accepted your friend request as an Activision guy yesterday. Never saw it till yesterday. We'll be playing the next Call of Duty. I will be live streaming. And people, you got to sub up because I'm giving away gift cards and everything live streaming in the both betas for Xbox and PlayStation. I will be giving away gift cards. Might be Xbox Live. It might be PSN. It's going to be a mixture. You got to tune in for that, but you got to subscribe, baby. You got to support. Now, Steve Byko's in the building. Who else I saw? I don't want to miss somebody. Of course, my brother, 100, man. Next time I defend you at 3, 4 in the morning, trying to do Sony 2 try to pick my man 100 when he was a little bit out of his scruples. Listen, I was saving you, brother. I got you. You my brother. Scooby Doo. What's up, my brother? Now, PK, talk to me. Dual Sense.
One question real quick. What do you
What
guys
up?
think the price is going to be for that controller?
$199.
I'm thinking more.
$199.
I'm thinking more, my dude.
I'm trying to get him a break.
I'm
trying to give Sony the benefit of the doubt.
I'm only thinking more. I'm only thinking more because the scuff controller that they had cost more.
But that
Scuff
scuff
don't
though,
matter.
scuff don't matter. Scuff starts at
Scuff-
$199.
Corsair.
If you start adding
Corsair.
stuff,
I'm saying that's no. I'm
goes up
saying the
to
PlayStation
$299.
Elite controller that came out for PS4 that was like official with Sony. It costs more
Yes,
than that. So
but
I don't wanna
Corsair
kill
just
them.
charges more
$199.
because it's Corsair. It's
all
and
right.
scuff controllers are
I'll
not
go
even the best
$199.
controllers. I'm not disagreeing with you
Yeah,
about the price. I
anything's
think the
possible if
price-
they raise the price of the
I'm
console.
I'm with
I
Scrub.
think
I'm
the
with
price
Scrub.
will be
250.
more,
I was
but
thinking between 229 and 250.
I don't think it has anything to do with scuff. Scuff, that's just
Oh no, I don't. Of course, it doesn't have to do with anything with Scuff. I wasn't saying. I was just saying like if they were able to let Scuff price their official at the time Elite controller at that price,
Well, you know
why
what? I'm
wouldn't
gonna
they
tell
do
you
it for
something about
themselves?
stuff. I keep telling people to stop buying them. When you modify the controllers for Xbox and PlayStation, those controllers don't work with every game.
No.
People don't never talk about that. Like I had a scuff controller and couldn't use the gas in Forza 7 Motorsport. The gas would not work, but it worked in everything else. It just wouldn't work for that game. So you got to be careful. That's why I really only buy. That's what really excites me about this controller because it's official. You know it's going to work with everything. I don't like third-party stuff sometimes. I like official stuff. But go ahead, PK. Talk about this controller, man, before we move on. I'm going to give a couple more shout-outs before we get out of here. I mean, keep going to the next topic. I'm sorry. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
I think it's good that PlayStation owners get to have some sort of official support for advanced controllers, because there's many licensed controllers out there. There's some that are really, really good that people that are not that expensive that people don't look at, and there's a lot of technology out there that people overlook because they're looking at the hottest thing.
Right.
And I can tell you, there's a couple right now that beat my eye. That's only $60 is better than the controllers we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt
it.
Facts.
But this is good for them because, since the Elite Series has had 2 iterations, about to have a 3rd one, it has nothing but a lot of scrutiny because it was expensive. People want to, but now that Sony's probably going to get an expensive controller, then that argument goes away.
Yeah. Well, I hope they do the people right.
I mean, I would say the quality of the controller should be there, but all that stuff in it is not going to be great. And I say that because gyroscope has been in PlayStation controllers since PS3.
Nobody uses it.
Nobody uses it, so
Nobody
motion controllers is nothing.
It's a bona fide back button and a start button.
And every time I would just say the touchpad is useless too. It just gets on my nerves. Every time I try to play Spider-Man, I end up hitting this damn thing, and then the menu comes up, and it just aggravates me. Like, why is this big old giant pad?
You should be able to disable it.
I'm
just saying, because they don't use it anyway.
And the only thing I use it for is to get into my menu. So why don't you just give me a menu
use it in straight where you could rub the cat?
Okay, well, not doing that. Right.
Pause.
Yo, I'm just saying. Hey, no, that ain't no pause. I rubbed the cat.
not doing that. Not doing that. Not. So, anyways, I think it's good for them. They finally get to see what's, as far as the quality of it being a regular controller should be good. But as far as some of the aesthetics are just not there for. The aesthetics are not there for the. How you say the advanced pro controller ist, mainly because PlayStation.
It's only got 2 paddles too, huh? Like one on each side of the back instead of like actual 4 paddles.
Yeah, they got 2.
Yeah, but there's lots of controllers do that. But my thing is, it's not really the paddles. It's ergonomics. The controller is just not designed for pro status unless you're playing a fighting game. Okay, just. What is it?
I don't like it for fighting games. I got an Ori fighting pad for Xbox.
It's a PlayStation controller. It's just not built for that kind of thing. But it's good for them. It's good for people to, if they are a fan of it. Listen, I'm not gonna hate this. I'm not gonna hate on nobody who buys controllers because I got a lot of controllers, different ones. And I'm not even talking about Xbox brand. I'm talking about every kind of brand you can think of. But.
Got that Mad Cats on that.
Well, I don't do that brand.
Look, I think you said every
you
brand.
You don't buy PDP?
No.
On the Switch? Because they got the best looking controllers on the Switch.
I have Hori.
But that's it.
I got Hori too, yeah.
I got Ori, right. Ori makes great controllers, but I got the fighting pad.
PDP is for the kids because I know it's cheap.
Right. It's cheap and it works for them.
Yes, but not for me.
All right.
But yeah, so for that, I think it'd be good. It's going to be expensive, of course. So the narrative will go away about overpriced Elite controllers because they're going to have an overpriced.
Well, Elite is not overpriced.
I'm not saying
no, not you, but I'm saying like people want to be cheap. They want a premium product. For TCL,
they don't want to pay a premium price,
right?
well, that's why they buy PlayStation.
Ain't cheap
PlayStation is not a premium product itself, but people buy it.
Disrespectful.
Whoa. Yo, you gotta chill, my dude.
You gonna say PlayStation people don't play games? Don't get started. It's our first day back. Don't start.
No, they even jacking the price up on this non-premium product because they know people is going to pay it.
You know
They
what?
know people are going to pay it,
G,
and
shut
that's
his mic
why
off.
they
He about
don't.
to
They're
start.
not afraid to do it.
Yo, we're knocking out these topics. My
Hey,
man,
listen,
G
wait.
got a
I
date
just want to
He
get
tonight.
this
warming up, yo.
done
He done set up in the chair,
for
yo. He
all
done grabbed the
y'all out
mic, yo.
there.
He set up and grabbed
I'm
the
not
mic. He
gonna
like,
hate
listen
He
here.
was
nor
like, mic
fucking
check,
with
yo,
you.
mic
listen
check.
here.
You
1, 2,
want to
3.
spend
Listen here.
more
Going
money
in. I'm
for a
going in.
non-premium item that
All
is
right,
on
Jadakiss,
you.
chill, bro.
That
This ain't
is
the
on you.
verses. This ain't the verses.
At the end of the day, you
I
can buy
don't know you. You
PDP.
sound
You can buy
familiar.
PDP controller because that's how I look at a PlayStation. It's a PDP controller, bro. It's good for the kids. It is not good for me. I need something
Oh, here we go.
that is gangster. Let me tell you something. It's
That is
okay.
gangster.
Hey, listen, PDP has its place. That's why they're cheap
Yo.
and colorful because they get people to spend their money and keep buying the same damn controllers over and over.
Yo, G, PK like this. I don't care who shot you, cause they ain't kill you.
Yo, it will. I agree with G. It's
Look
gonna
at
be
your
like
lines, bro.
I think the controller is gonna be 250, 220, and 250. You know why? Because they raising the price on everything else.
That's what
So
I'm
it
saying.
only makes sense to also. They're not gonna ever.
Their regular controllers prices went up this gen, so
Yes, think about it. They've made a statement this
What
gen.
you doing? What you doing, G?
Look, look. They made a statement to the PlayStation players and saying we're going to raise the price of all games to $70, and everybody ate it. So they know there's going to be people that's going.
It's a possibility.
It's no, it's not. It's
happening.
You're going to spend that extra money, and it's okay because if that's what you want to do, you know, you do you, boo boo. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel
you see
that way.
you see their N9 like headphones, all that stuff's coming out like real premium price, bro.
I'm not spending $100 for a
So.
PDP controller. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not spending $200 for one either. So that's me. But I'm okay. You can do that all day. I'm
okay.
It's not gonna make me mad, but I'm just saying it's pretty poor that they're gonna jack up a price. It's like going to McDonald's and all of a sudden your hamburger.
You like I'm done, but I'm not.
Sony, like, you know what? Ain't no more 99-cent menu. It's $3.99 now.
No, it's not even $3.99. It's $19.99 for a damn Happy Meal, and you still gonna pay for it because it's a McDonald's Happy Meal. And you see me blinking because you know that's some BS right there. And like we in some kind of anime, and they just did a switcheroo.
Okay, this is our first day back in like 2 months. Come on, bro.
Okay, I'm
Relax.
sorry. I'm letting it go.
Jesus,
I'm letting it go.
We got like
go.
5 more
people
topics, my dude.
I just want somebody to tell me I'm wrong. I just want somebody to follow the money. Listen. They already charged for crossplay. They already charged They charge for crossplay. They charge people. They charge developers for putting their games on Game Pass. They charge for every damn thing.
PK, can we please move to the next topic?
They ran out of ways of charging people, so they said, "Well, we're just gonna have to raise the prices."
I'm starting to feel sorry for this company. I'm about to buy.
And maybe next year the games are gonna be $80, and they gonna still pay
he was
for
talking
it.
so bad, I grabbed my controller and started wiping it off.
Yeah.
It's like, it's okay, baby. It's okay.
It's
You're not
all right,
PDP.
it's all
You're not PDP. It's
All right,
okay.
we're gonna talk about.
It's not PDP. Talk my controller off the ledge, bro.
Yo, we're gonna talk about something good from Sony, and then we're gonna move on to something else that's good. Sony went back for you PlayStation VR fans, man. They're making it easy to be able to port PlayStation VR 1 games over to VR 2 with ease. PK, we're gonna go right back to you because this should be some type of good news coming out the PK camp. So PK, what do you think about this PSVR adopting the older games that could be ported over easily? Because I think it's great because I have a lot of them.
I think this shouldn't even be news because it's VR. Why?
Oh my god!
It should be a given too at this point, though.
That's
true, but I'm just shocked that they said it because
that is exactly what I was getting at. Like, this shouldn't even be news. Like, it's VR, dude. It's not like they're so graphically demanding and the architecture is so different. I can't put it on the next gen, bro. Like, come on, man.
Kumbaya,
I'm good. I'm happy. I think it's good. But come on, man. Come on, man. It's like
Ooh.
It's like the Jordans that they remaking today, the same ones they made 20 years ago, and then all of a sudden you saying you can't put the same strings and anything in it that they had, but you still want. Come on, man. People are the same, bro. It's the same
Okay.
thing, same architecture.
So
I think
so you don't give a damn.
no. Actually, I'm happy for it because
I was.
that would mean that they have no excuse to continue to bring it forward this moment on.
Facts.
You know what I'm afraid? You know why I don't buy digital games for PlayStation? Because I don't know if they're ever going to go for it. You don't know. There's always this same thing with Nintendo. I don't buy digital games for Nintendo because you know it ain't gonna go for it.
Yeah, I ain't
You just
buying. No,
it's
everything
stuck.
is hard. Everything hard body. All right.
So
Okay.
so so it's a good thing. So
All right. All right. Let me shout out my man Doggy Dog, the best barcade in the building. Plus, he got the best hair in YouTube status. That's a fact. Shout out to my man Verge. Shout out to my man Stone King. Caught up. That's what I'm talking about, though. He at work getting it in, getting that bag. Now, my man, my mellow, Super G, gotta bring this down a little bit because DMX over there is on some different stuff. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about this situation? Are you excited for this PSVR easy work, or you not a VR person? Because everybody's.
I'm not a VR person until it's more accessible for the folks that wear glasses, bro. It's just saying you wearing these and then throwing that shit on top of my head ain't it, bro.
Yeah.
So, but it should
either
be a
that or opting
non-discussion,
for
bro.
the lasery because it's a premium experience.
That too. But I like the specs, bro. It's all good. But
yeah, my daughter wear them too. Facts.
Yeah, bro. It's for me. I mean, it's good for people that is all about VR. That's awesome for them. But it should have been a non-discussion, bro. That's bad that you got to actually kind of say that because your track record kind of lets it be known that you got to make that. You got to come out and say that. So
Yeah. So now we're gonna get into something else that's positive.
when you got them controllers on deck over there, look at it.
Not non-PDP, just FYI. And look how many buttons I have. Just FYI.
This boy.
That's one.
Is that like the Nikon or something? Or?
Yes, it's the Nikon, and then I have this one, and that's also extra buttons. And I got my razor sitting over there.
Yeah, I got a razor too that you talked me into getting. You the reason
Yo,
I purchased it.
I told you.
Great control.
I don't do PDP.
Great controller.
Not for me anyway.
All right. So we're going to move into something else that's crazy, man. And this is what I be telling people about that Game Pass. You always got to get that Game Pass hype train working because let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. And sometimes when a game is older, it rejuvenates the sales. Hitman sales have increased dramatically with content purchases being in Game Pass. That means people actually played this game, wanted the extra content, and the revenue has risen since it's been in Game Pass. Supra, talk to me about the success and what Game Pass is bringing to the table.
That's just good to know and just confirm what they've been saying. I'm one of the people that actually gave Hitman more money because of it. I hadn't played it prior. The last Hitman I honestly played was Blood Money back on the 360. That was the last one I played. So whenever I got a chance to play this one, I played it and I was like, oh, this is pretty dope. And then I noticed that it had like sections for Hitman 1, 2, and then this one. So I ended up buying all because I played it in Game Pass. So they got like a ton of money out of me because I bought all three. So I mean, again, it just backs up what they've been saying, bro. So it helps out games and games that I probably wouldn't have played. I purchased because I played them on Game Pass, or I gave them a try because I played them on Game Pass. So Game Pass is doing what it's supposed to do.
Facts, and it's showing you that the success and the track record is a lot of these companies are saying, listen, our games are being played more. And people are picking up the DLCs of these games, and this is a prime example because Hitman.
I'm telling you, I bought everything with Hitman.
Hitman is not a new game. This franchise is old. It has remasters and
I think the third one came out this gen, but the rest weren't. And like I said, I bought the other two.
No, they all from last gen.
Are they?
Yeah, all three of them is from last gen. Yes, sir.
Oh,
they got upgrades for this gen.
Yeah, that's another thing too. So,
and that's crazy. These games are a few years old, and to hear that the revenue has went up for these games and Game Pass is an amazing feat, and showing you where where these streaming services can benefit these developers, man. Besides just, like I said, it's an old game. It's not like it's a brand new game. PK, talk to me about the situation, man, over there with this Game Pass stuff, man.
So, yes, Game Pass is a thing. I mean, if it wasn't a success, Sony wouldn't be trying to block developers from putting their games on it. Okay, if it wasn't a threat, it wouldn't be. Yeah, well, this is a Sony show today. We're gonna keep on
Say, so
talking.
got his ass some fun. He found Sony
Hey,
somewhere, huh?
hey, listen, that's facts. That's not even my opinion. All right, that came out. They're telling developers they cannot put their game on Game Pass because they can't compete. All right, I didn't say that. They said that. Now, all I'm saying is it shows that it is successful. We interviewed the CEO and the game director of what was it? As Dust Falls. She said the same thing. She worked for Sony. All right. She came over and said, "Look, we didn't even really have a pitch. We just said, we try to do something." And Microsoft was like dumb supportive and gave them the money to develop this game. And then guess what? She said it was, yes, Game Pass has made it dumb successful.
Yeah.
They're so drunk by the success of this launch of this title. And you guys could go look at the interview because it's not me saying it. She said that. All right. It shows
Dragons
that,
TV
yes,
welcomes
there
four
is
guys
not
with
just
quarters.
success for smaller games, but it's success for all games. And the point I'm making is Sony knows this. Amazon knows this. Everyone sees this because it's new. They don't understand. I mean, it's still uncharted territory, but hey, the success is there. And that's the point. The point is it will grow. It will become a norm, just like Netflix is a norm. Like, most people have Netflix or access to it, right? I won't say one way or another. And it's because it's like a household type of thing, bro. So gaming is a household type of game now. This is the genre we in. And Game Pass or streaming services is also the next big thing. And it's supposed to be in VR, but it's too many congestions. VR, I hope VR it grows and continues, but the streaming just makes sense. I mean, especially for single player titles, they get the most value out of that. You know how many people, if you put your game that's brand new, like As Dust Falls, in front of 30 million people on day one, what does that do for you? Think about it. Final Fantasy 16 may only move 1.5 million copies. Maybe. I'm just maybeing on PS5. But if it dropped on Game Pass, think about how much they would bring in if it dropped on Game Pass day and date. You know who else knows this?
Oh.
The people, the MLB.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You know who else knows this?
MLB seeing that residual too because they got all those damn like coins and stuff that people buy. So even if you didn't buy it in Game Pass, they're still making a ton off of those people. Because like me, like I didn't buy it, but I played it through Game Pass, and I was like, well, I didn't buy it, so I might as well go ahead and buy some of these stubs.
Right.
So I bought some of that because I didn't. Yeah, I bought it because I didn't buy the game, so they still got money out of me some kind of way, bro.
They get money just for you playing it. They don't even have to sell it to you. There's a deal where they get revenue just for people playing the game. That's part of the deal. I mean, it's an undisclosed amount, but they get it, which is still a win considering that it could just been zero and only how many sold on a PlayStation.
Facts.
Okay. So now we're going to move into something else, man. This Game Pass family plan has hit Ireland and Colombia, and roughly it's $5 per person because you're allowed 5 people. So it's like $25 American. Now,
so they're going on 5, but it's 4 plus you, so 5, yeah.
Right, so it's 5 total, right? So it's basically $5 a person at $25 a month. G, what did you think about this plan? Because right now it's only in two places that they announced it officially, and like I said, the money exchange is roughly $25.
This guy
What do
is
you
controlling.
what? No, but it is. It
Uh,
is. It's only in two
No, no, no,
places.
no.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
no, for sure. I was shocked, man. Shocked more or less by the pricing because it's something I can look into getting. Because currently I have three Game Pass subscriptions in my home. So I
that's
mean, three
$30.
and they're ultimates. No, they're ultimates, bro. They're all
Oh
ultimates.
yeah,
So I'm looking
that's
at
45.
45.
Yeah, that's plus
Exactly.
tax.
So you mean to tell me I'm about to save $20 in some kind of capacity and still share with more people? Come on, my dude. Like, it's a no brainer. I will be switching over once it's available here, and
Right.
leave it for the Colombians to try it out for us. And hopefully everything works out with it. We can get it here soon. We can get
Yeah,
it here
I was
real
really
soon.
shocked. It was like a quiet release with that. We heard the
Hmm.
rumors, we heard about people beta testing, we heard about stuff like that, but I kept saying like I don't really need it because I don't really have nobody to share with like that. You know what I'm saying? Me and my daughter's Godfather game share, but it's just two of us. But I think this is awesome. You know what I'm saying? It brings in, being able to have four extra people in your account and not have to share your account is amazing. So and then it's
Right.
like a game come out, it's a family game, y'all all could download it and play with each other.
Like
Anything.
overcooked or whatever,
Right,
So
right. All the Back for
family
Deads, the
games.
aliens, everything co-op. I mean, this is an amazing feat. PK, talk to me about this price range and when do you think it'll be hitting America?
So I would just say this. I think it's a great thing. I've enjoyed this on Nintendo. Nintendo has a family plan. You can connect up to 6 Switches for only $30 a year. I know you know, it sounds weird because it's Switch, but the point is, it's a family
Yeah, I
plan.
told somebody they had it first of a day. They was like, they don't have that. I said they had that
Yeah,
for
you
a
do
couple
because I have
years
it.
now.
Yeah,
They
I
so
have
had that
it.
for a couple
Mhm.
years. Facts.
instead of playing 15 a year, you pay 30 and you can have up to 6 Switches on one family account.
Nice.
That's dope. So in my
And
mind,
we all know you a Switch guy.
that's a win. Well,
It is.
I
Financially,
mean,
that's a win.
anybody who has a family, has support multiple machines in a house.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a
That's
win.
why Game Pass is a win.
Um,
Mhm.
so not just Game Pass, but Game Pass Ultimate, right?
Yeah, I
So
mean,
Right.
for $10, you got a kid, you pay $10 a month. He got hundreds and hundreds of games to download a
if I
month.
can
That's a lot of
listen,
money saved and a lot of daddy, can I get this? That's a fact.
there's 6 Xboxes in the house. You know how that would be like grossly,
Same here, bro. That's what I'm
you
saying.
know.
So
Not to mention PC gaming, right?
Mhm.
And even though I haven't seen the exact app for the Steam Deck, but that if we can get Game Pass on that mug, because I got my Steam Deck hooked up down there, and it will be great to have the ability to either play Game Pass games or remote into the console at the house. So when you're on the road, I think those would be dope, and it's a console itself.
Mm.
I think all that, and I mean, Steam does it too. Steam, you can share up to 5 people. You know, you can share it. It's not exactly the same, or you can't play the same game while the other person's playing. But the point is, it gives you the flexibility of sharing. Just makes sense. It gives people more. In my mind, it keeps them invested in your ecosystem because
Facts.
they're getting a win.
Facts.
just harping on it, it's still crazy to think that Game Pass is going to be Game Pass Ultimate Family Plan is going to be $25, $5 less than Nintendo. It's not taking a dig at Nintendo, but it's $5 less, and you're going to get so much more. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, with Nintendo, like you said, it's family. Because I have it, I currently pay for it. But I mean, you're only getting the Nintendo, like the classic games or whatever. But man, they're
I
not
mean, it's
getting
no comparison in the
150.
content, right? But
No,
but
no,
the idea
no. Yeah, the idea is
is,
legit, regardless.
yeah,
But
Facts.
yeah.
All right.
it's worth
And
it to
shout out to
me.
my brother Scrub Notes in the chat. He said, As Dust Falls was a great time. Check it out if you haven't tried it out yet. And you know what? I've been
100%.
telling people since the day after the Xbox Bethesda showcase, and I did the developer interview. Shout out to my man Megatron making that happen. And I've been telling people before the game came out how dope it was. People was like, the game doesn't look dope. I said, listen, the game is dope, and when you play it, you're gonna be like, yo, this is deep. And I've been right. And I'm glad to see people out here enjoying some developers with some great goddamn talent. Now, with that being said, we almost done with these topics, man. Shout out to everybody that come out here. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please share this out on Twitter. Get people involved. Like I said, we're gonna do these Call of Duty live streams, and we will be giving away gift codes and cards to people who are subscribed to the channel, man. And welcome back everybody, man. Because without y'all, there's no us, man. Because we could just be talking in a party chat on Xbox or PlayStation somewhere, and that's that. And then, you know.
And for those who like controllers, I just showed 4 controllers today.
Here we go.
And I could go get my arcade
He over
stick.
here capping,
What
bro.
you
He
do
trying
with
to be a
those
hand model
controllers?
on the
Do
show,
you play
bro.
games?
He was hand modeling.
Hey, listen,
doing,
let me
bro.
just say,
I
none of
said he
them are
was hand
PDP.
modeling. I'm done.
None of them are PDP. You know,
Oh my
and that's
God.
they
What
might.
did PDP do to you, bro?
Hey, listen, I'm just saying, they're not PDP. I don't play premium price for PDP controllers or PlayStation controllers.
Okay. Okay.
Just joking, man. Actually, my PlayStation controller is a Spider-Man controller. It is.
Okay. PK is messy, man. Shout out to PK, man. You know.
I can't help it,
Shout
man.
out-
It's funny.
No. Do what you gotta do. All right. So now we're gonna move on, man. And I want to talk about something that this is what I be saying when people like content creators, the bigger internet sites, when they do these reviews on games, man, and I'm talking about Last of Us, right? And I'm gonna tell you why I'm a big fan of the series. I didn't buy the $70 version. I will wait for a price drop for some graphical enhancements because they definitely took out a lot out that game, but they added just graphics and updated the AI. This is my point. When I played
Did they now though?
Yeah, they did. When I
The
played,
AI looking kind of dumb though on them trailers, my dude.
ain't nothing dumber than when it was on the last 2 games. But I'm gonna get into that. Now, this is a great game. No game is perfect, but people reviewed that game as a 9 and a 10. The remaster, right, and the original. The AI was so dumb in them games, and I kept saying, "Yo, the AI is terrible." These games are. Listen, the story's good. The action was far few in between because it's a very heavy story-based game, but the AI is terrible. Now, y'all gave it 9s and 10s both times. So now, Last of Us Part 1 review come out. People saying, oh, if you haven't played the experience, pay the $70. I don't care what you pay. We ain't talking about the price. What I'm talking about is, now that you see these reviews come out, they crap on the first 2 games AI. Why didn't y'all say that when you first reviewed the game? Why say it today? Because that shows you they're frauding the public when they do these reviews. Now, the other 2 games was just horribly.
And the other 2 games got a higher score than the new one.
Right.
Which is weird.
Horrible. And this is why I always say as content creators, man, it's hard to be real out here because people need clicks to survive. But I just want to point this out to y'all. Look at the reviews then and look at the reviews today, including Digital Foundry. They was saying how laughable the last 2 versions of this game was in terms of AI. But when they reviewed the game, they didn't tell you that. They didn't say one word. Masterpiece. Oh my God, storytelling is amazing. The gameplay is absolutely stunning. And now this comes out, and now you tell the truth. So, with that being said, I'm going to go to the most ratchet dude on the panel this evening. PK, do you get my drift? Do you understand? Did you check out any of these review scores that this game has receiving? Or have you played it? I know you possibly didn't buy it, but talk to me, PK. What do you feel about these reviews?
I don't got nothing against the game, okay?
Me
but
either. I love the series, but
people been fronting. I mean, think about all the controversy surrounding this freaking game.
Here we
All
go.
I'm saying, listen.
Here we go.
I said it before. If you got, I'm not mad at anybody who wants to buy the remaster, reverse, remake, redone, upside down strawberry cake version of this game, because if that's what you want to do and go through it, that's cool with me. But I would say that people are they are they're more than just frauds. They're more like hype machines, right? Think about this, and I'll give you a comparison. I bring this up all the time. Pokemon Sword and Shield, the worst Pokemon games of the entire franchise. Period. It's the most divisive and the first one to ever break that whole idea of catch 'em all. You know, that was their slogan. Got to catch 'em all. You can't catch 'em all because they don't even put them all in the game. Then they have a nerve to charge you more and still make 2 games, even though it's the same game, because people, people still spend the money. But they are terrible. Frame rate, et cetera, et cetera. However, IGN gave it a perfect 10. How do you give a game a perfect 10 with technical difficulties? On the Switch, there's really no games that does not play 60 frames per less than 60 frames docked. Pokemon Sword and Shield can't even play 30 frames docked. So how does that a perfect 10? How is it a perfect 10 when you have less content? Not even talking about technical, but less content. So the hype train was there. They were lying. They got so much backlash. They had to go onto a different podcast and talk about it. It's the same idea. It's because it's Last of Us. Let's give it a bunch of praise. It's because, and then when people actually play it and then they see there's technical issues that wasn't ever fixed, now you want to talk about it. Now it's right, something new.
Right.
It's not new. You just to the public. You just ignored it, right, and you didn't want to bring it up because you didn't want it to have bad light for whatever reason, whatever your reasoning behind it.
Lipstick and mints.
At the end of the day, that's but they do this with all games, right? They do this a lot.
They pick and choose what they want to say is good and bad.
They choose the winners. Yeah, they choose the winners all the time.
That's a fact.
Think about it. There are games that get, not just games, but a lot of things get all kinds of passes just because it's this. It doesn't get the same scrutiny as this other thing over here.
Right.
And I'm not saying that things don't deserve criticism. If we're consumers, we got a right to criticize things.
Facts. We spend our money.
But that's us being honest about our opinion and not just trying to cap for something because we don't want it to look bad. For those who don't know, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. And if I'm the one saying this is wrong, trash, etc., you take my word for it. I'm not capping because it's Pokemon. I'm telling you the truth. This is trash and wrong. Right? 100. I'm not going to... because I'm giving my opinion. It's okay if you don't agree, and that's fine. You don't have to. I'm just saying I'm being real about me when I say my criticism about it. I'm not just capping for it just because. I'm not gonna say let's be real. I have some for you, Mr. Dragon. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that you better because I didn't want to hit you while you was wounded.
Nope.
You always said that I did not want to play Final Fantasy VII Remake because it's not a finished game. Now, I have God of War, and I played through God of War, but that game did not have an ending because he didn't fight Thor. And that means it's the same context as Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's still a full game, just like Remake's a full game. It just has another part of the saga you got to get to. So
that was on the original disc, though, bro.
Let's just back up.
I gotta mute my mic.
Seven Remake is not the same game as the original. If you play it, you'll know that it basically is a whole new game. Not because it's new, but because they changed and altered the story. You can you'll know that that's part of the game. They know that there's a different timeline, and the different timeline is the original, and this timeline they're changing stuff. But point is, I'm not trying to really spoil it. It's a full game, just like God of War is a full game, and it doesn't end because you don't get to fight Thor and Odin and none of that stuff.
But my
It
problem
just
with
ends.
Final Fantasy is not the ending of the story. It's the character that sounds
I'm
like
not-
buckwheat.
I'm not trying to get on you like that, but I am. What I'm getting at is that energy of we can't shortcase some things and not rate them the same way as another item that fits that same narrative. That's all I'm saying. If I was looking at Last of Us and I played through it, I mean, I think I'm good with Last of Us. I don't want to play through that game or watch that game. Honestly, you can probably watch it on YouTube and be good without even buying the game. But it's whatever. But they pick their winners, and that's really messed up, because that means some games don't even get opportunities, because some people might actually enjoy playing this title that you're crapping on, and
Saints
then
Row.
the other title,
Saints Row.
Saints
That
Row.
way. People are enjoying the hell out of it, but everybody's saying, "Oh, it doesn't look great. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that." But
Saints
man,
Row
I got so
has
many people
never-
playing that game.
Since
Saints
when
Row has
Nordic,
never been
a graphical
a
masterpiece.
graphical masterpiece.
Thank you.
It's not even about.
It's always
that.
like a
That
kitty
company
GTA, bro.
don't make
It's-
graphical
I wouldn't even
masterpiece
call it
games.
kitty. It's like Last of Us that is GTA. It's like a Last of Us GTA. It doesn't
Right.
take itself serious. It's got a
Right.
lot of crazy over the top things you can do. I mean, dude, you run into the street to get ran over by cars so
Yeah.
you can get insurance fraud. Who does that? That's not real. But the shit is fun. I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right. People are just always trying to harp on somebody else's happiness, which kills me.
So-
if you don't like it, don't play it. Shut up.
but then they
Leave
will
people
hype
alone.
up games.
Don't yuck my yum.
What's that one game that came out on PlayStation that they jumped on and said, "Oh, it's the best thing since Golden Bananas"? What is that?
Was it Returnal?
Returnal?
Godfall or whatever the heck it was. They was all over it because it was a PlayStation exclusive.
I don't think it was Godfall. I think it was Returnal.
I think it was
Godfall was
Returnal.
fucking
Returnal
bad
is-
from the.
No, but Returnal
Godfall was bad from the moment it dropped.
Yeah,
I
Godfall
don't
was
think-
terrible. I
Shit.
bought it at launch, but Returnal
I don't think Returnal is bad. It's just not for everyone. But
It's not.
Godfall was just, in my opinion, is not a great game. Right?
Not in the beginning.
it's-
It was kind of
It was
shallow.
overhyped.
Yes.
It was overhyped.
Eye
Yet
candy.
you see how they gave it such great. Oh, I can't wait. You guys got to cop this. Blah blah blah.
Our marketing.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
that hype train, the BS hype
But-
train. I don't have one of
But,
those. I got.
but look where we at. Look where we at. I mean, come
Yobi,
on,
you
man.
alive, but you can keep going.
Shout out to my boy Dragonheart Legendary Yobi. See, I told you I was bigger than what I be doing sometime. Shout out to you for pulling up last
I
night,
don't
Yobi.
think Saints Row is meant to be that, right? It's just meant to be fun. It's supposed to be just over the top nonsense.
It's like if Crank was a game.
yeah,
Movie
so-
Crank. It's like if Crank was a
exactly.
game.
It's just over the top, dude. I'm telling you,
Who takes
Who
Just
runs-
Cause serious? Let's be real here. Just Cause runs at 18 frames per second. Nobody says
Yeah.
nothing because it's like a John Wick movie. Do you take John Wick seriously?
Well, who don't want
Right.
to play John Wick? Who don't want to play a crazy over the top
Right.
game that you know what I mean? I don't need GTA. If I want to play a GTA, I'll just go play GTA. Why do I need this game to be GTA? You understand? It's like trying to make sense of the people who bought Doom on the Switch and then complain it doesn't play like it does on PC.
Yeah, that was crazy.
No. You know what you're getting into if you buying Doom on the Switch. There's no reason you can
Yeah,
be complaining.
If you buy Doom on the Switch, you buy The Witcher, you asking for it.
No.
Pretty
I'm
much.
You
just
asking
saying-
for problems.
I'm just saying, you know what you were getting into.
You know what you get into, right? Don't
So
buy it on
you
the Switch
can't
and
complain.
go, this don't run like the other two consoles.
Yeah, you can't complain. Just
Okay.
saying, it's there. But anyways, go ahead and let you get me.
UG.
Man,
We only got one more topic and we gone. You date night. Date night.
Hey, that man took the shovel, though.
Yo, he
and
did.
just put all
He
the dirt
did.
all on top What more do I have to
And
say
I
besides
still don't
that?
know if he liked the
I
reviews
love.
or not, though.
I don't agree with her. I don't agree with the reviews. But I don't care for reviews. I don't look at reviews. I can't tell you the score of those games. Like
Yeah, I
the way I see
like
the
the
way
cap. I like how people just
the
accept the
way I
cap.
see a review is when it come across my feed. That's the only way.
Right,
I don't go look
right.
at. I don't go searching for any reviews. I may watch a Skill Up video just to see what he has to say because I find Skill Up entertaining, and he's a smart guy. But that's like as far as it go, bro. Like I always look at games myself and be like, because I know what I like and then I know what I don't like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I don't
saying
need
with
anyone
you.
to tell me that. You know, I don't
I'm
need
saying
anyone to
with
tell me
you.
that. So I
What
know
you saying,
like
PK?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I was saying
Oh.
Skill Up he's one of the examples, right? He's entertaining, but dude don't play with a controller. He doesn't know how to play with a controller, so he can't. He doesn't represent me enough to justify what a good game is. He likes stuff I don't like, and he can't use a controller. So how is he going to tell me what a platform game is good or not using a mouse and keyboard? Get out of here, bro. Like he can't use a controller.
Yo, PK, PK, I'm gonna have to get you a mute button because we not gonna be tolerating this blasphemy. PK on fire, boy.
G, is it not facts?
No,
No,
it's
it's
true.
facts. It's facts.
It's
I
all
get
true.
what you're saying.
It's all true. But yeah, so I didn't like that price tag. That's the reason why I don't own it. I own the other two, and there was no way in hell I was going to pay $70 for an undercut version of the ones I already purchased for 50.
A PDP.
Like,
Yeah, and something we didn't ask for.
You don't want to pay for a PDP. Is what
no,
you're
it's just
saying.
the fact that, bro, like I'm not going to pay more for
less.
something I got less of, bro. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
And I love to see dudes on Twitter just capping. I'm like,
and I
if you
love
like
The Last of Us.
I love the game.
The Last of Us is one of those games I tell everybody, like, dude, you should experience it because it's that good. It's that
good.
compelling. The story is great, bro. The first one, it's crazy, and especially like for someone like they have a kid. You see the beginning, you see that person, like, you know, you can spoil it now. It's a fucking 10-year-old game. His daughter dies, right? Like that part like hits home, bro. You're just like, oh man, like, and it's just a compelling story. But the fact that they try to like push us over and say, oh, Last of Us, it has Last of Us 2 mechanics on that. It's still not a $70 game, bro. Like, stop it. And so that's why I didn't get it. I'll wait because I want to play it.
The price drop.
I'll wait till it's $40, bro.
I'm gonna turn on the other one. Possibly when we get offline, I'm gonna turn on the other one and see how much graphics is gonna look. Because I haven't even remaster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I own that one too. I own them both. I own them both. So, I own two. I haven't even finished two.
Pay that money. Because I want to move forward. I'm not going to keep buying all these remakes and remasters. I'm sorry. You're not going to pull me in again from last gen. You can give me some content updates. You can give me some new benefits of these new consoles, but I'm not going to keep diving on the head.
It's an experience you already got, bro.
Right,
you already got it. You beat it. You got whatever trophies you got on it. Same stuff.
Facts.
It's no difference, bro. That's it. That's the thing. And that's, you can't be charging me that much more for something not different. Now, like when you look at like Resident Evil 2, that game was completely different from the original.
Said he's on fire. And NBA Jam.
Resident and Resident Evil 3, they're different. They're different experiences, bro. You know, so
yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to tell 108 is 7 shouldn't even been called remake. It should have been reimagined. Because it is not the same. It is not the same game.
I think it would have went over better too for people like Lemon, like because he was and me, because I had a problem with the fact that like you're separating it like that and it's playing out the way it's playing. Like had he just like like you said, redid the name, like the reimagining or whatever, bro, like retold or something, you know, like I don't know,
but the story tells you that they are pivoting away from the original story and making changes.
I don't like Barrett.
No,
it's all right. You don't have to like Barrett.
Throw him in the bushes.
Because we's don't play that around here, PK.
It's dialogue, bro.
You best be tough with it, because I'm gonna get you, PK.
Hey, it's 2022, bro. Or when I gave him about 2021, yo, bro, that man
was black,
man
shouldn't allow that. Buckwheat.
He should be fired, bro.
Yeah, come on, man. That was disrespectful.
He talked probably how like a Cro-Magnon talked or something, bro. Like it's just Neanderthal talking, bro. I
like the way them biscuits taste, boss.
but you're right. So
we can't be taking
what he's saying is, what I'm translating is, G don't want to pay for a PDP for $70 when he already owns a better version of whatever they're
and it's missing buttons.
Yes, we're not paying for PDPs
I'll wait till the
what is
price
it?
drop.
What is it called? What's the word you use? The premium price PDPs. We're not doing that in the show. We're not.
All right, man, we're gonna get
Sorry.
into this
I sure
last
as hell
topic
wasn't.
because PK gonna kill these people.
There
man.
you go.
That-
Steve was it Bitco? He says Final Fantasy retold. Yeah,
Yes.
something like that, bro.
Yeah, something.
Because it's completely retold, man. It is not
Now,
the same.
Earlier, shout out to my brother Super G. He brought up the situation with the CMA. It is right, CMAs.
Mhm.
So Microsoft came out with a statement. Shout out to my man Philosaurus Rex, because he's the most dominant dinosaur in the building. He just comes on here and just makes his mark. Survived all the Jurassic Parks. Facts. Microsoft confirms plans for Activision Blizzard games going to Game Pass. Now I gotta say this, man. My crystal ball is undefeated. Undefeated. Let me tell y'all what I did, man. I went into this space, like I always do, getting to know my gaming community. That's why I go into spaces, right? I don't go in there for the toxicity. I don't go in for the rumors. I don't go in for the people's personal beef arguing. I go in there to talk to the gamers. And shout out for Twitter for coming up with this idea. People always change a good situation into something toxic. Let me say this, man. I had a whole room of dudes telling me that this is not going to happen. I said, you don't know business.
Oh, don't.
They have been promoting Game Pass from day one from their announcement. They have also told you everything Microsoft owns will be day and date, and it will stay in Game Pass. That means no in and outs. That means when it come out, it's in there because they're promoting the service. Now, you know, people want to push their own narratives and push their ideas onto people, but you ain't going to push your idiocy on me because I'm too smart for that. I had a whole room yelling.
It's logically thinking, bro. Come on.
A whole room. And, you know, it's hard. I had a couple Xbox dudes, but it was mostly PlayStation guys because they don't want this to happen. Right? Because, you know, they console warrant. So I said, listen, you could console war. You could do what you want to do. I don't do none of that. I'm just talking facts.
Hey, just wait till that Activision Wolverine game come out on there.
Listen.
Listen. Check this out. Check this out.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Let me finish.
That one in that Deadpool, bro. Some cold games, bro.
I said, so when this happens, I'm petty like 50 Cent. I'm gonna come back in here and rub it in your face. Shout out to my man, my brother, Dr. Mindbender, for opening the space the other day. And some of these dudes was in here. Some of them was Xbox dudes. I had to turn into Ali. I shocked the world again. Did not tell y'all I was going Game Pass. Dudes is quiet. I said, don't get quiet now. Keep that same energy. See, this is people with no vision. They just be talking out of emotion. But when you talk logically, it would make no sense not to put these games in there. When that Bethesda deal was done in E3 drop, they dropped everything Bethesda had in Game Pass. If you think that's not happening with Activision and Blizzard,
came on PC and everything.
They didn't say, oh, some games. They mentioned games. Overwatch, Call of Duty, and Diablo. It's going to Game Pass. So if you hurt, I guess you need to go in the corner and cry. Because I told you. It ain't like you wasn't warned. I'm like the weatherman. It's gonna be cold and stormy tomorrow.
Legends, that's right.
Dress warm. Now, if you go outside in the t-shirts and shorts, you have been warned, young Padawan. But this is common sense, and I love talking common sense. Stop talking with your console warrant in mind, because you could never convince somebody like me, because I don't indulge in that. But with that being said, we're going to go to the ratchet one again. AKA Baby Ice Cube, the underweight lover in the house.
People gonna start believing that. I'm not ratchet, man. I'm just calling it out for what it is.
Not facts. I'm just teasing. But bro,
I am throwing
talk to me.
jabs,
Talk to me about Phil Spencer's statements.
Hey, listen, when you listen to his statement, because of, because I think it was who came out and said the statement from the CMA reads as if they're trying to maintain Sony's #1 position in gaming.
I kind of said that too, bro. It sounds crazy.
I forget what it's one of the official
We're not going to talk about them. One of the main
but
dudes that
but
runs
but at the
CMAs is Jim Ryan's homeboy.
but at the same time,
We're not going to talk
what
about that.
Phil, this is what I think is slick. Phil Spencer says we're not trying to take games away from people. We're trying to bring more games to more people. So we're putting everything on Game Pass. So yes, Call of Duty will remain multi-plat.
That's not even set in stone. They trying to get them to put that in writing.
Wait a minute. Listen to
Yeah,
what it
yeah, for
says.
sure. They want that shit in writing. So
Yeah,
it
they
can
not.
hold.
That's not even set in stone.
But
Yeah.
listen, he'll say it. He'll put it in writing. But listen to how it's said. Listen to how it's stated. Call of Duty will remain multi-plat. The franchise will.
Right.
Does not say
PlayStation.
No. What I'm saying is, listen, the franchise will could mean the free version, right? The what is it called?
Warzone.
Warzone could be multi-plat. That doesn't say all the rest of them will be multi-plat. It just says Call of Duty. On top of that, here's another slick thing.
I don't think Diablo's gonna be multi-plat.
Well, what I'm saying is he said Call of Duty specifically because that's what keeps coming up. But he doesn't say this, the titles, the one-offs, right? Like the Black Ops or whatever. He doesn't say those. He just says the franchise. Now, that means a lot because that's a lot of ambiguity there to me. And I'm not putting words in his mouth, but it just, to me, I read in between lines.
Facts.
That's a way to get this passed without actually committing to anything you don't want to commit to. Another thing is, he says, yes, it's multi-plat because we can put it on phones and TVs and because it's going to be in Game Pass. Wherever there's Game Pass, you'll have access.
Is a PC launch and an Xbox launch.
So he didn't
That's
say
multi-plat.
console. He didn't
say anything
console.
specific. And as you know, Phil is definitely know how to talk. He did the
Yes.
same thing with Bethesda. Remember how everybody was speculating what he was saying?
Yeah.
You're not getting Starfield unless you have an Xbox
You
or
have
Game
to
Pass.
understand that he cannot go out and PR public and say, I'm committing. No, everything that he committing to will be in writing.
Yeah.
So everything he says in public, best believe is going to have a lot of ambiguity for many reasons. And one of them is because we need to get this deal closed. And once it's closed, then we own everything. Now, this is the hypocrisy I'm talking about. Call of Duty is a big franchise. And Sony's crying about they can't compete. But didn't they just purchase or at least have some kind of deal where they own Destiny? Isn't that a big game itself? As a matter of fact, one of the largest game service games out there that's a first-person shooter. Am I not saying the correct thing?
No,
guys, correct me.
But listen, they wanna poke the bear and when the bear says I'm tired of this, now you want to cry to the authorities. You've been playing unfair for years.
Is
Epic
it
and Apple came out and exposed you?
Isn't there a Destiny player on every platform that can play Destiny?
And PC. Yes. PC,
all
Xbox,
right.
PlayStation.
So it's pretty large, I would say.
It even hit Stadia. What's that?
And what I was saying is, if they didn't think that Destiny wasn't good enough to own, why would they even make that move?
Right.
If they didn't see
assistance with games or services.
Saying, if they don't have a competitor, why did they even go there?
Mm-hmm. Why would you spend $3 billion? Because it
even
ain't
though
like
that's
you
not
just
a lot,
got it.
but hey,
you ain't
happened.
Just got it.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the hypocrisy is real. Nobody's up in arms about Destiny. Even though Destiny's still big. I mean, I might have retired my helmet, but there's still people still playing every single day.
Facts.
Why is that not?
Go ahead, son. I'm sorry.
But here you go on this trip where you're basically trying every way you can to obstruct somebody else's pockets instead of investing in your own.
And Microsoft is not going to forget that. You keep playing.
You're already paying You're paying to keep games off of other platforms. You're you're instructing devs, if you want your game on my PlayStation, you can't put your game on Game Pass. What?
Yep. What about
How is
charging?
that?
What about challenging smaller developers for cross-platform play? What?
How is that?
What are we doing, G? Secret fees. You remind me of Verizon, the phone company.
I'm just saying
What's all these
that
extra
For real.
fees?
all the little secrets
They got a
they've
lot
been
of little
keeping,
sneaky stuff, bro. They do.
all those
They don't.
little deals, it done came out in a recent year and a half. All
Thanks
that
to
stuff done
Apple
came
and
out in the
Epic beef.
public.
Right. Thank you, Apple and Epic, showing
And
us
Yup.
how sleazy they are.
and
They're
at the end of
sleazy.
the day, there is no up in arms. There is no anti-competitive FTC
Right.
going
Microsoft
against
didn't say
this.
nothing.
Nobody's challenging them on these dumb things. It's
All
only
they're gonna do is make
because
themselves look worse because they got Microsoft talking now. Microsoft is kind of making statements and making
Yeah,
jabs at
they're
them,
coming
bro.
right back
They
at
are.
them.
And at first that wasn't Microsoft's MO. They were just like, we'll sit back. But now that y'all trying to affect what our livelihood or affect what we're trying to do, we got to get you.
Big bank play. First of all, you better stop talking to somebody that could buy you 10 times over. You can't talk that. You can't be a dude that work at McDonald's and disrespect Puffy. You not know your tax bracket. They bugged out. They are bugged out.
Yeah.
But you started this financial war, right? You started this. But how can you start a financial war with a company the size of Microsoft or Apple? How do you think you win? Because when you go to clear your checks at the bank, they checks don't need to be cleared. They got the black card and you got the Capital One.
only thing I can say is one
Just
company
the facts. Know your lane.
if one company can make a purchase of a company that's worth the same as much as you cash,
You need to stop. Leave them alone.
you need to relax.
Right.
You need to relax.
You need to stop playing with them.
You only worth 70 billion your damn selves, and you're complaining because you can't buy
Now you
a
can't
70
compete,
billion
right?
copy.
They said that shit was couch change, bro.
First of all, they was fraud in the public and had Hardworks Legacy looking like it was only PlayStation. Remember that. Let's not even start that. And I told people that's a multiplat. Lemon, you bugged out. Where it says that? I said that game is a multiplayer. It comes out at Gamescom. It's a multiplayer.
But they do that with
But they got
any
a
game
secret
they have.
level, a special level on PlayStation. What are we doing? Shout out to Timmy in the chat. Tim,
What
man.
level? They ain't on the campus of the school.
But they do that with every game that they have marketing
to.
rights for.
They
And
tried
that's
to.
kind of what I'm saying. Like, the thing is, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be competitive, but I've been saying this for years. Don't obstruct. Invest. Get
Step your
yourself
game up.
together.
Right.
I'm saying that you got a brand that people are willing to go spend $70 per game and buy a $600 2-year-old console that does the same thing as the other people who pay $500 or $400 for it. You got the name recognition. Then why don't you invest and actually give somebody something they should want to spend the money on instead of forcing them to spend money on a PDP? Huh? Why we got to do that?
Yo,
They just
man.
gonna force Microsoft to come
shout
out
to
even.
my brother, man. Shout out to PK, man. You made this
More harder,
Labor
dude.
Day weekend. Shout out to everybody in the chat with this wonderful Labor Day weekend, man. Yo, listen, let's move on to Super G so he can go on that date night with the lady. Super
Yo, you know
G.
what? He said enough.
Yo, he finished it, right?
He buried him already, bro. He said it. He said exactly what it is, dude.
All right, let's give the people.
I don't need to piggyback on that, bro.
We're gonna give the
You gotta get that conqueror's hockey
Shout out
out
to everybody.
and just go ahead and give them that look and just say, listen.
Shout out to everybody
Come on,
that
it is
pulled
what
out
it is,
tonight,
bro.
man. Yo, PK, the realest one, not the ratchet, the realest, man. Tell them where they can find you at, what you got coming up next. Are you back on the scene and podcasting on your 4G QTV? Because I should be at the next one, man. Because you see, I'm in full go time now. Because Clowns wanted me on, but I gotta come right, man. I even had to go get a haircut. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I look right on camera. You heard? But
Yeah, I'm
where
always
can they
on
find you, brother?
4G.
What you got coming out?
I'm always on 4G, QTV, and the Dragons Den's back, so we back.
Yeah. Sorry for the delay, people. I'm very sorry.
It is what it is. We here. Everybody came through. We got loyal people that come through like they, can't wait to see us cut up and that's what's up. That's what's real. You know, we got Super G over here. You know, he over here. He tries to he tries to play like neutral, but you know, this man go in. You just don't understand. You know, he trying to. I know what he trying. He trying to
One,
treat me
two,
like
three,
I'm.
four. Beer.
Look, look. He trying to treat me like Buggy over here, and try to make me the face while he's sitting in the
Thank you,
background,
Scrub.
like.
Thank you, Scrub.
Look,
Appreciate
I don't
that,
even. I
brother.
don't even have to do that, man. You go handle your own, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
Super. On some real, I'm gonna start going to you first, cause he might be the greatest finisher in the game. Cause this,
Yeah.
yo, he don't leave you nothing.
He hit him with a 20 piece and be like, "Here you go."
Yo, right. Like,
What's left, bro? What's
he's knocked
left?
out already. What you want me to do with that? All right. Super. What you got coming up next on your amazing work that you do over there on your channel, man? What you got coming up, my brother? Glad to have you back.
Man,
Glad
we
to
just gonna
have my two
continue
brothers
to-
supporting me, man.
We just continue to
Appreciate
drop
y'all.
stuff every single day, bro. Just every day we got something dropping 2, 3, 4 videos sometimes. Just come through. We have I think we have an interview coming up next Saturday morning, so it'll be before this
Yo,
show.
drop your link in the chat. I
Um,
keep telling you every show, man. Drop your
I
link
forget.
in the
I'll do
chat.
it. But yeah, so Otaku Fix on YouTube. Find me Super G on PlayStation, Xbox, Twitter, everywhere, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. But if you're down for some anime webtoon content, come through, come check us out. I'll put a link in the freaking chat in a second.
All right.
But thanks for coming through.
Yeah,
Glad to be back.
Facts.
Fun show.
Facts.
PK name is now officially the finisher.
The finisher, right?
Because all we do is just
Man,
all we do
change
is
his
line him
banner
up,
that
and then he
pops up with
comes
his hand
through. He
claps,
comes
the
through with the
finisher.
stunner, bro, and that's just it.
Yeah, facts.
You just hit him with the stunner, bro,
Well, listen, man.
and then he passed the beers to us.
yeah,
Like,
the rest of it, right? The leftover
Yeah.
chicks. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. Shout out to the people that watch it later, man, because there's definitely a bunch of y'all that definitely come out later when you're at work. You know, a lot of the Saturdays is tough. Shout out to Mike from NLG once again. Happy birthday, my brother, man. I wanted to do it live for you. I tried to get a cake, but I couldn't get my man to go to the store.
oh, don't keep the cakes and the fake candles away. This guy, bro.
But shout out to him. Happy birthday, man. Enjoy the time with you and your family, man. And man, thank you for all the get well wishes for me, man. I still have my spirits up. I still try to do my little Twitter work and my pop-up videos. And shout out to the people that enjoy my 108 Dragons tattoo. Shout out to my man, JD Baez, man. It's an amazing artist, man. He did 2 oil paintings for me, man. I posted it on my Twitter feed. He did my mom's and he did Biggie Smalls. Amazing work there. And yo, listen, I was so excited to get back to y'all with this gaming information. Like I called it today, gaming church, baby, because I do it for the love, man. We do it for the love. And I appreciate everybody. And with that being said, as I always say, I'm gonna need y'all to bring your game and definitely not your name. Happy Labor Day to all, and we will see you next week in the next episode, and hopefully we'll have a Kumu in the building. Facts. See y'all in the next one, people. Enjoy your weekend.